Warm tea for two. In an old Chinese village surrounded by rice fields and gleaming green mountains lived a tea master named Li Bei. Everyone respected him. Farmers, scholars, travelling merchants. People came to him for advice, invited him to celebrations, and some believed his tea could heal sadness and disappointment. But those who knew Li Bei closely noticed a strange distance in him. Everything in his house was perfect. The tablecloth without a single wrinkle, porcelain dishes sparkling clean, tea sorted into neat boxes. Only the silence in this house was not cosy. It was cold. Li Bei had a son, Li Ji, a quiet, thoughtful boy. He often sat in the courtyard with a cat on his lap, watching his father through the paper screen. Sometimes in the evenings, Ji would peek into the room where his father prepared tea. He would tell him about school or how he saved a frog from the pond. "Father, did you also dream of becoming a master when you were a child?" Li Bei would answer absently, not looking up from the teapot. "Everything has its time, son. When you grow up, you will understand." Years passed. Ji grew older, stronger, but became increasingly quiet. His father travelled more often, and at home he found himself not knowing what to talk about with his son. All topics seemed inappropriate, either too silly or too late. On one cloudy evening, when his heart felt especially empty, Li Bei suddenly remembered. Once he'd held Ji's tiny fingers in his palms and helped him take his first steps. Only now did he realize how quietly the years had flown by. A few days later, his son said he was leaving. He wanted to see other cities, learn a trade, find a place where he would be needed. The master only nodded. Then he could not sleep for a long time, his face buried in his hands. Since then, the house became even quieter. No one asked silly questions, dropped cups, or laughed. Li Bei worked longer and longer, perfecting every movement, but neither recognition nor guests' praise warmed his soul anymore. Years passed. The master began to limp, forgetting the names of herbs. Then one day, a man in travelling clothes entered the courtyard, tired, with wise eyes. Li Bei immediately recognized his son. Li Ji smiled and handed his father a gift, a simple ceramic cup, uneven, slightly rough, with fingerprints. "I made it myself," he said. "Not masterful, of course, but I wanted you to have at least one tea item that has a little bit of me in it." Li Bei could not hold back his tears. He poured tea into this cup as he would for his best friend, and for the first time in many years he did not think about proper movements or worry about perfection. They sat in silence for a long time, simply enjoying the warmth of the tea and each other. That evening, Li Bei understood. No perfection, no prizes, no rituals can make a person happy if there is no one nearby whom he loves. Tea is not about form, after all. It is about warmth, about attention, about the chance to share silence for two.